Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. Let me actually hit record to make sure it's recorded. Sorry about that. Zoom is giving me some issues. Okay, so welcome to today's Friday Q&A. It looks like I don't really have anybody in my room here yet or in our Zoom meeting. So if you are, I'm having some Zoom issues. It's not recording. It's like I'm hitting buttons and it's like nothing's happening. There's like a huge delay. Let me try Alt R and see if maybe. Okay, now that's finally working. So anyway, sorry about that. So I'm Bridget Bartlett. I'm the local business marketing, training, and support specialist for Builderall. And today is Friday live Q&A day. So wherever you're watching this, you can click the link in the description. And let me actually share the broadcast page with you. Just watching this, you can click just 1 second here. Let me share. Hopefully, yeah, see, Zoom is being very, very weird. I'm trying to share my screen here and it's just a blank window. So it's not letting me share my screen. That's so crazy. Anyway, while I try to share my screen, wherever you're watching, you can click the link in the description and you can get access to our broadcast page. So wherever you're watching at, you'll log in or you will just click on the link to the broadcast page and then you can get our Zoom link. So just click the Zoom button to join. I'm so sorry I can't share my screen. I'm not really sure what's going on with Zoom today, so I hope that doesn't really affect. Let me try this again. I wonder if that's why no one is joining our meeting right now. This is really strange. So I had some exciting things to tell you. Okay, all right, maybe it's gonna let me now. Okay, wow, sorry guys. Okay, so let me let Mark in here. So I am sharing my screen, so hopefully you guys can see this. So if you see here, hey, Mark, I wanted to share with you guys, well, hopefully more people join us, but Monday or all of next week at noon Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing another Mag 5 challenge. So this time we're going to be talking about how to create a profitable online course. So it's very interesting that we just finished up our training on creating an online course funnel. So we're actually going to be presenting. You're going to get so much free stuff in this course. You're going to be blown away. So if you click there, you'll see we're kind of, again, you know, where I'm talking about, we're always streamlining this process and trying to make this as easy for you guys as possible. So we actually created this challenge page here. Now, I actually designed this, so I hope you love it. But anyway, this is a super cool feature here that I actually just realized we had. You can actually set the timer, one of the timers on in Cheetah, and you can set it for a specific date. And then when that timer goes down, you can actually set an action. So what's going to happen is if you're promoting this, let me see if I need to. We'll let Ray in. So if you're promoting the this page here, which is challenges.builderall.com, then when this counts down, you know, definitely want to get a magic funnel or something like that, or at the very least cookie the link. But when this counts down and it's time for the training to start, then a pop-up will appear and you click the link and then you can get access to the live webinar. So also on this page, you can check out the previous challenges that we've done, and then of course, join the group. So it's a very powerful it's a very powerful tool if you're an affiliate, because you're promoting all of this training as a lead magnet. But since I always preach about over delivering, hey Ray, how are you? Since I always preach about over delivering, I created something for you guys. So I want to show you here. Let me share my screen again. So let's see here. So, we were talking this week about social media and how you can create social media. Of course, you need your call to action. So what I did is actually I created 5 templates here in Canva where you can each day, you can promote the challenge at noon. So you can schedule it out or however you want to do this. But I'm going to share with you the template rather than the image. That way you can put your own brand colors, your own images, whatever you want to. So let me go ahead and share this template here. Copy the link. And then I'm going to put this in the broadcast page chat. There you go. So you guys can have that now. So when you are promoting, sorry, let me move this stuff around. So when you're promoting the challenge, you now can just customize those images and then share the link to the challenge. So let me try to multitask here. Let me let Shinobi in. So are you guys super stoked about the challenge? I am, because there's so much more training and value than what I even showed you in the whole create your own course funnel. So super, super cool. And I think Jackie was talking about the workbook that we created, and just her section and my section was 56 pages. So there's lots of value in this whole training and in this course. So do you guys have any questions for me today? Right? Oh, Mark, you're muted.
All right, things are all screwed up here.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of issues with Zoom, so it's probably Zoom.
No, it was me. It wasn't Zoom.
Oh,
But my comment is not a question so much, but you give us so much. And I've said it on chats and everything. So appreciative. It's hard for me to keep up with what you give me, and it's mind-boggling how much time it must take you to create all this. What a
well,
fantastic resource you have been. You're great. We appreciate you.
well, thank you so much. I try. I remember what it's like. It's like, yeah, there's so much to learn, and it's like, it might be nice to say, hey, yeah, create 5 graphics, but it's like, I mean, for me, even using a template, it's like, well, there's 6 words instead of 5 that were on the template. How do I make this look good? I mean, I totally get it. I totally get it. So I love to share the value. That's the fun part.
Did you put something in the chat?
Yes, I put it in the broadcast page, but I can add it here in the
Oh,
chat for you
well,
guys.
wherever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, both places are fine. I don't add the Friday Q&As to the e-learning. I don't know. We're kind of discussing that. Do you guys want the Friday Q&As in the e-learning? Or are you happy with them just being in the group? What do you think?
Yeah, it's probably, well, it's extra work. Doesn't matter.
So here's what our logic is, because we've debated this, the Mag 5 we debated. With the Friday Q&As, there's so many different topics that are discussed that it's hard to kind of organize them. So trying to, since we're putting things in the e-learning, trying to get it organized by topic. That way, instead of, I don't know, we've talked about this, is it better to have in the date or the topic? Because there's that little section. I don't know. We're just, everything is new. We're just trying to streamline and make it as easy as possible. But I have been putting in the webinar chat, I have been putting the links to the replays. And then, so I hope that helps too. So what did you guys think of the training this week? Are you anything that you're struggling with?
Yeah, all of it. No, I have been pulled away in other directions, and I haven't been able to catch up. But it looks really good, and it's very, very valuable. Just have to spend the time to go through and pick it up. No, it looks really good. You spend a lot of time on it. All of the Mag 5 is doing so well.
Yeah, we're trying to do a challenge like this every single month. So it's a lot of work, but it's also really fun. And next week, I'm still going to be doing my daily training in addition. So you're gonna be seeing me a lot. So you'll see at noon. So we'll do the challenge at noon Eastern Standard Time, and then at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll do my normal daily live. But I'm kind of open to what we're going to be talking about next week. I haven't really pinpointed. So what do you guys want to learn? What are you thinking you'd like to hear more about? And I'll write this down if you want to tell me.
Well, I like the new products. I like the magazine. I'm interested in the magazine, and I would like to learn more about the chatbot.
The chatbot?
And it's just me though. I can go to the training that you all have put out there and just
the site bot, or the one that goes through Facebook Messenger?
No, the site bot.
Okay. Yeah, I should do a training on the site bot, because I created a really simple one. I think people get really intimidated about the site bot, and it can be, because you have to make sure that when you're creating a flow that there's no stopping point, they don't get lost. So there's just a couple little tricks. It's actually super simple, but again, it's one of those things that's like, it's easy. The tool makes it easy, but it's just the process that you have to kind of think through and make sure that they don't get lost in there. So you said the site bot, and what else?
Well, the magazine. I'm Builderall magazine. I'm really excited about that. I grew up in my dad's print shop, and I used to set hot type and one line at a time. Then I worked in a newspaper. We got 2 editions out a day, a morning and an evening. And so the old method of printing and then publishing and magazines and all that has given way to electronic printing and electronic typesetting. And then, if you wanted to make a change and say, well, this can't be continued on page 72 because there's a full page ad there, I've got to move it to page 74. It's just impossible to do that with 72 pages that are made up, as big as the 8.5 by 11, and all the metal that it took to hold it and print it. And so is very much different kind of animal to do the publishing, but to do the preparation, to do the reporting. Let's say you're doing a magazine. To do the reporting, you have to go out there and ask someone if they would write an article and all of those things. That's still, you have to do those kinds of things. But now if you're doing your own magazine, you have to maybe use a PLR or other products, find somebody who's an authority. And that's exciting. And it's exciting that you can publish your own and maybe do a weekly or a monthly to pull people in. And that's the way I grew up. We published a lot of things monthly and weekly in my dad's print shop.
Yeah, and there's so much potential for monetizing and using that magazine. I was thinking about it when Jackie was doing her presentation on Tuesday night, showing the new magazine editor, which I'm super excited about. But you could create, like, I have 2 clients that are pharmacies, and I was thinking while she was doing that presenting, I could create a Pharmacy Times magazine and do a full page ad for each of my clients. So I just create it one time, and then I duplicate it, and then I just swap out that one page. Now for this client, I am creating a pharmacy magazine for him, but now I'm actually doing it twice. So you could very easily pick a niche and create that magazine and then sell it to, if you have clients already, upsell them on the magazine, or just go offer them that service. It's like they would be wowed. But the beauty of that is, just like a template to a website, is you can create it and then just simply swap out stuff. You know, like you could just swap out the cover and wow them with the cover and say, look, you know, this could be your magazine. And then you could upsell on email marketing and say, you know, you could put a pop-up on their website. This is how excited I get over these things.
Yeah.
You could put a pop-up on their website and say, subscribe to our magazine, our Pharmacy Times magazine or whatever. And then you could send that out every single month to that list. And then you could also upsell maybe to a newsletter or something like that. But yeah, lots and lots of potential. You can also add videos. You can add Google Analytics if you wanted to monetize in that sense. Of course, you could load it down with affiliate links. Lots of potential.
Yeah, the more you talk, the more I'm overwhelmed, because let's say I'm gradually getting good at producing the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got to be involved in the best way to monetize it. How can I monetize? If I am an agency, maybe I just knock on the doors of the pharmacist for you, or whatever my niche might be, and just knock on the doors and show them, in addition to your website, let's do a magazine weekly. And now, where do I come in monetarily? I mean, do I charge them a service for that, or do I say?
I would charge them every single month, like a subscription. And I would say
the pharmacy. And the pharmacy is the one who's putting out the magazine, right?
Well, it's technically your magazine, and you're just saying, look, I will customize this for your brand, and then we'll send it out to your email list, and I will build your list, and I will do your email marketing. And, you know, I would totally like package that as a service of creating and publishing the magazine, and then, you know, building the list. And like I was saying, create a pop-up to say, you know, subscribe to our magazine. And that way it's like, so really, if you already have their website, especially, it's like, that's super easy now to just add that service on, because you don't need any more tools for that either. So your cost is no more money, but yet your income potential is gigantic.
Well, what would you, I mean, let's say you did the standard used to be in divisions of 4. You do a 28-page or a 32-page or a 64-page magazine, which would be quite a bit. But let's say you printed monthly a 32-page magazine. What are you going to charge the average pharmacist or the average business owner to add a magazine to his website?
You know, I don't know. Magazines have never really been my thing. But if I was including email marketing and all of that stuff, I mean, I don't know. Like if I was going to manage the emails, I would say $50 for managing. And that just means like keeping the list clean, deleting unsubscribes and stuff. And then if I was going to, I would basically charge like at least $50 per email I'm sending out. So I would kind of think of it like that. But that, you know, because really, and it depends on your target too. So if you're promoting to small local businesses, you're not going to, if you're promoting to small local businesses, you're not going to say, yeah, it's going to be $1,000 a month for me to create this. They're never going to do that. They're never going. So if you package it in a way of saying, well, I'm going to, you know, build your list, I'm going to create this pop. I mean, we know that that's not that hard. Again, it's not that hard to do, but it's very time consuming. So you have to think, how long is it going to take you to do it? What's it going to be worth for you to do it? And then kind of stay in that range. But as far as like what the market calls, I'm not really sure.
What if could you put a coupon in the magazine, and the customer, let's say we're dealing with a pharmacy, and the pharmacist's coupon is worth either a certain percent or a certain amount, $5 or whatever. That would show how much exposure that magazine is getting, and maybe the pharmacist would say, yeah, this is worth it. Look at all the business I'm getting based on this magazine.
Yeah, I mean, and you could create a promo code or something for them for that. You could also use the link shortener to track all the links in there and see, you know, where are they clicking, that type of thing. So, yeah.
That will work with CRM, will the magazine and CRM tell me all those things? Like it does a website?
I'm not sure if the CRM would tell you, but the CRM would definitely track like the email list and stuff. But as far as how that integrates with the magazine, I'm not really sure.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I know that if you can install like Google Analytics and stuff in there, then you could track that with Google Analytics. Or I like the link shortener. I think it's really easy to say, you know, here's a report. This many people clicked this many times. But really, you know, business owners, they only care about conversion. They're nervous. You know, if they're spending money, they want to be making money. So you could do the best magazine in the whole world, but if it doesn't make them money, it's worthless to them. So, yeah.
That's interesting.
But definitely that I seriously, my brain was like spinning about how you could use that magazine for local business. And it would be so simple. It's like you could create an ad in the middle of the magazine and then change the cover. So if I have XYZ Pharmacy, then I'm going to call it like XYZ Pharmacy Times or something, and maybe put the owner on the cover or whatever and their logo everywhere. But how long would that take to like just swap out the images? I mean, maybe an hour or something if you really wanted to be perfect about it. So, and then you could charge them, you know, you could have 100 clients who have pharmacies that you do nothing but just duplicate that magazine every single month and swap out the graphics and logos and all of that.
Yeah.
Huge potential. It's also great for branding yourself. You know, if you like Ray, if you wanted to have a travel magazine and like have you and your wife and all these places that you've went, what an amazing like testimonial of what your opportunity what your opportunity can allow people to have. I would totally do that. I would have a whole retire with Ray. Look what Ray has been able to do. Here's Ray on the beach at whatever. Here's Ray, you know, I would have here's Ray everywhere.
I'm gonna have a page in that magazine that says, "Here's Ray."
Yeah. Here's Ray in Cancun. Here's Ray in wherever.
I don't want to go to Cancun. There's too much bad press from cruise that's been to Cancun this last couple of days.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear about that? I don't want to get political, but he's a senator from Texas, and with all the bad weather in Texas, he flew his daughter and some other people down to Cancun for a day or two for a weekend, and he's getting all kinds of flack about it. But anyway, Cancun is lovely this time of year. It's really good.
You know, I did hear about that, and I just think if I could afford to take my family to Cancun right now, we'd be going to Cancun. I don't care what anybody has to say.
Think how much we would miss you, and we'd be mad at you for leaving us, you know, and all that kind of stuff.
With me. It would be, here's Bridget in Cancun. Here's Bridget not leaving the resort at all.
Yeah.
How are the rest of you guys? Hey, Cosmos. Hey, Digital Dusty. I love it.
Hey, Bridget. I had such a hard time while I was listening, but I couldn't get on the Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom is like, I was having issues too when I was trying to get in, and then like I was clicking to go live and it was like nothing was happening, and then it would just be, you know how like all of your clicks catch up at once. That's kind of what was happening. And then I was trying to hit record and then it just nothing was happening. So I don't know. But how are you guys? Any questions for me today? It's live Q&A.
As I listened to you talking about the magazine, a thought occurred to me, and I'm asking myself, and maybe should be asking you actually, if you had a magazine that became, let's say it became popular, could you advertise, encourage others to advertise in your magazine?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can even get like Jackie has a cake decorating magazine. That's how she got started in digital marketing. She was great at decorating cakes. So she created a magazine to teach people how to decorate cakes. And then she actually had I'm not sure if she sells the subscription, but somehow she has like a membership. So she has all kinds of like affiliate links and Google AdSense and all of that stuff in her magazine. So even if you gave it away for free, which I would honestly, just because a lot of people don't really pay for subscriptions and stuff like that. I feel like I can't tell you the last time I ever paid for a written subscription. But give it away for free because it doesn't really matter. It's great branding. It's great traffic. People share it with each other. All of your affiliate links and all of that stuff are packed full in the magazine. So it's like the magazine itself is a great lead magnet. It's like if Jackie wanted to sell her cake decorating course, what an excellent way to brand herself and position herself than to create a magazine to show her skills and introduce herself to people. And if you want to buy my course, here's the ad in the magazine or something, lots of potential.
I thought of using the magazine in my small hometown as an introduction to the town and enabling the local businesses to advertise in the magazine.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. You could even maybe do like a trial and say, hey, show your like analytics or something. So find some way to track that and then say, hey, I actually put your ad in here and this is how much traffic I got to my website. Do you want to continue you want me to continue to run your ad? I'll only charge you X amount of dollars. And, that's the thing with business owners. They get so much like, oh, put your ad here, put your ad there. There's all this spam, web designers, all this. So you just have to find a way to stand out. So if you stand out in a way where you're doing something for them for free that delivers before they ever have to do anything, it's a no-brainer for them. It's like, that's an easy decision. If you're talking about, I don't know if I want to revamp my website, what does that even mean? What's the value in that? What's that going to get me? But if you say, hey, I just ran your ad in this magazine that's getting all kinds of traffic. And me as the business owner, I'm like, I did have a pickup in sales last month. I was wondering what I did differently. And then now you're coming at me saying, oh, it's because you're advertising my business in your magazine. Yeah, I want to continue that. So that's an easy decision. I would definitely do that.
You mentioned, I'm sorry, you mentioned Google Analytics, and I've been wondering how you add the code that Google wants you to add to the header in the header section. And how do you do that with the website to add the Google Analytics code to your metadata or meta tag in the header section?
You can actually add it's the AdSense. You can add that to an iframe and then put it anywhere in the magazine.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. But I actually, I know that Jackie does a combination, but I have put Google AdSense on my website, but I think it's actually more work because they can choose whatever they want on your website. Now on my website, I promote Builderall. And I mean, why not? It's like 40 tools in one. So I only have to worry about, like documenting all the commissions from one place. But anyway, that's a whole other story. So it's like, I would rather just put my own images, my own ads that would, with a clickable link to go to because when you do the Google AdSense, it's like I was getting advertisements for ClickFunnels and Wix and all of that. And it's like, that's the last thing I want. So what you then have to do is go in and block all of those websites or approve them to appear. I just thought that was too much work. So I didn't really, I
Can't
just
you
replaced it.
do just the analytics part so that you can see the performance of your website? You can show your client what Google sees in your website and forget about the AdSense, just the analytics part?
Yeah, because I don't have any clients that I do AdSense. I am far from an expert in that, but I know how to put it on my own website. So I don't track any of that stuff. Anytime that I've ever had a client where I had to run Google Ads, I outsource that because there's like in the beginning, I wanted to say yes to everything. So if you're like, if I'm thinking I'm coming at you with social media, which is what I would feel most comfortable. And then you're like, yeah, I want social media, but can you run Facebook ads or can you run Google ads? And it's like, oh no, I don't want to say no because it's like, you get a client, it's like, you want to say yes to everything. So I outsource that. I have done Google ads and I'm actually pretty good at Facebook ads. But for clients and stuff, it's easier for me to outsource it so that someone else can like manage it, do all of that stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I had a question about the course funnel.
Sure.
For the confirmation email, once a visitor opts in.
Yeah, I'm going to.
The link in the confirmation email, is that going to the thank you page or is that going to the access membership page for that free offer?
That's going to the front end offer. Because if you think about the customer journey, they're opting in on the opt-in page. They're going to that page, the email confirmation page, where it tells them check your email to receive the bonus. And then they have to go to the email and then click that link to confirm. So that's when they're going to go to that first sales page. So if they don't want the thing that you're selling, then they have to go to the bottom and click no thank you. And then they go to the thank you page where they get access to the free thing that they opted in for. And then if they purchase the upsell or the thing that you're selling, they would have access to that there, only if they purchased it.
Okay, so the no thank you link at the bottom always goes to the thank you page.
Correct. Yeah. Because
Even
you're
on the
offering
upsell.
them something free. So you want to make sure that you honor what you said, right? So it's like they're clicking to confirm in your list, but that's the beauty of it. To get any further, they have to confirm their email. That's very, very important. I used to think like people would say that and I thought, oh, that's just Builderall saying they just want you to do double opt-in. But in reality, when I did single opt-in, I got a lot of junk, a lot of fake emails, and then it did a lot of damage to my my email address, and then it started going into spam and all that. But when people have to confirm, even though it feels like, oh, I got all these unconfirmed in my list, and it's like it hurts you almost to see the unconfirmed, but it's better to have 5 confirmed emails than it is to have 25 unconfirmed. Because you know that those emails are good. You know that when your sequence starts going out, that it's not getting, bounced back and damaging your email reputation. So I just can't stress enough. It's so important to do that double opt-in and make sure that it's a valid.
Yeah, I definitely understand the value of the double opt-in to kind of just make sure you're getting a quality list, building a quality list.
Right.
Okay, I think that was the only hiccup that I was just kind of curious about.
Okay.
But yeah, I was able to build out a funnel, and hopefully I'll be presenting it on Tuesday to a client.
Yay!
So
Congrats.
cool.
Is that your first client?
For a funnel, yes. Yeah, so my first client for a funnel.
That's awesome.
And then email marketing, kind of upsold them on email marketing as well.
That's the way to do it. I always say it's easier to upsell than it is to get a new client. Because they already know you. They already trust you. They, it's just like I was saying, for a business owner, if they don't have to think about it, then that's an easy decision for them. But it's like if if they're already working with you, it's like, oh, okay, fine. Just if you think so, like I could call my clients and be like, hey, I really think we need to add this onto your thing. And they're like, okay, fine, just send me the. It's like I don't even have to explain anything anymore. And they're just like, oh, that's an easy conversation. All right, do whatever, send me the invoice. Okay. But that's that trust. That's that relationship that you build. That's why I always say too, contact them every month. You know, if you want to have a standing meeting every single month, and it's real easy, like what's working, what's not working, and then I want to think about how I can help you.
Right. Yeah. Like you said, it's just always offering that value and solutions.
Yeah, exactly. If you always lead with how can I help, it's like you can't lose. You're just because you're just always, not only do you just feel good as a person, but it's like people want solutions to problems. It really doesn't matter. I mean, every business model is the solution to a problem. So if especially Builderall, we have so many solutions that it's like, rarely could I ever meet someone where I could not come up with a solution to their problem with being Builderall.
I have a couple of clients who are interested in the SMS, especially one at the local small country store. He would like to be able to send out a text message every time he had some kind of a special. And my other client who I have SMS set up for in our website, whenever I test the site and go to text message, text me, I go there and the message thing pops up, but it doesn't have her in the to field. So how would they know, how to put her number in the to field automatically? It's just not working out for me. And I don't know if it would be the right application for the store owner who wants to send text messages about specials that he's having.
Let me think about that. If you, in the form where they have to sign up for the text messages, you have the phone number, like the prefix, and then you have the actual phone number, right? So when you go to send out, I don't remember it asking for, because it should send out whatever is in the account that it's coming from. So like in my account, if it said my name or my company or whatever, it should say from that phone number that I'm using. But yeah, I would think that I'm trying to work through the process. I would think that they would have to have that number saved in their phone. Otherwise it just comes up as a phone number.
So it's more for sending text messages out than as the owner sending text messages out rather than receiving text messages from customers.
Correct. Yes. It's only a one-way texting system. Okay. So if the owner wants to send text, which it's more, instead of like the two-way, it's more like, for example, like that. If you wanted to do a broadcast, like, hey, we're running this special or whatever, and you didn't care if you got a response back, or like, if you connect it with the booking calendar, you can use the SMS feature to send text messages, like when you have an appointment, to remind the person that they have the meeting with you. Those types of things, like reminders. But yeah, it doesn't work two ways.
Gotcha.
There are some systems that do that, but they're pretty expensive. So. And right. I actually use Community. It's like $100 a month, but you get your own phone number, and it is a two-way. It's pretty awesome actually, because it's not just two-way. You can actually have like a whole conversation. So like if you guys, I have the number on my my little Zoom thing here, wherever it is. But if you text the word live to that number, I have it set up that I can send you it puts you, like the person who texts me, into like a basically like a folder. So all these people want to be notified when it's live, but that person is also in my contacts. So I'm able to just pick that one person to have a conversation with, or I can send broad text messages out, and it's unlimited. So that's the cool thing about it. A lot of the texting services, especially the two-way, you have to pay for each text. So especially if you're doing business internationally, that can be really expensive. Like some companies or some countries, it's like $8 and something to text one way.
Wow.
So yeah, that can get very surprisingly expensive.
Maybe the notifications would be a better option for him to be able to, because there's the local people that go to his store, and in the summertime there's people from all over the place that stop in the store, and he just wants to be able to, you know, broadcast, maybe that's a better word, to the people who have signed up, what the special is of the day.
Yeah, I mean, he could send emails.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I always suggest they send emails. The texts are great, but you do have to use them sparingly. If you start texting people like every day, they're going to get super annoyed and just unsubscribe, and you can't even get your number blocked. But if you send emails, you know, if they sign up anticipating the emails, and then he just sends or you send a newsletter out for him, like, hey, check out, you know, here's the special of the day, or here's the specials of the week, or whatever, for people who signed up specifically to receive those, you'll get a higher open rate, and it'll be a more successful strategy because they're signing up anticipating the announcement of whatever. Yeah.
Would the QR code work for signing up for the broadcast emails?
Yeah, I mean, you could just create like an opt-in form, whether it's on his website, like a pop-up, or even just an entire page, and then just connect that to the QR code, and then he could put that, you know, sign in his store, or even like on his receipts, or you know, wherever.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody else trying to stop me?
I had a question about WordPress,
Okay.
and how that integrates with Builderall. I have a client that may be wanting to kind of create a lifestyle blog, but it seems like the blog styles in Builderall are kind of limited as far as the styling of the blogs.
I actually think it's the opposite. I think that we have a lot more customizations in the Cheetah blog than we do with WordPress in general. But we have both. I mean, it's up to you, whatever you want to use. But my blog on my website, the reason that I say that is because the blog is just an element, right? So you could create a beautiful Cheetah page and just put the blog element on there. So, I mean, that you can't really get more customization than that. I've used both, and I actually love the Cheetah blog. I think it's like so much easier. Have you been to my website and seen my blog?
I have to check it out. I guess what would happen is like, what I've tried so far with including the blog, the feed, you know, when you set up the feed, I haven't really been able to explore how you can customize that to be exactly how you want it.
Let me actually show you the back end of my website here. So let's go. I think I'm in the right account. Let's see here. Where is my website?
Yeah, I just want different layout options for the actual blog and the feed.
Yeah.
And the
there's not templates in the sense of like a blog template that you choose. It's actually now I don't know why I can't see my website here. But you can customize this. That's what it's so much easier if I show you than tell you, but I don't understand where my website is. But let me just go here. So here is my blog. So this is my blog feed page. Okay. So you have a feed page and then you have a post page. So the
Right.
feed page is going to be the page that has, and this right here is just an element. Okay. So this is a regular Cheetah page. You design however you want to, and then you
Right.
just put the element here. Okay. Now, when it comes to the actual blog post page, this is what my blog post page looks like. And it's going to look the same. Basically, when you design your post page or your feed page, it's going to look the same no matter what, right? Because the only thing it's really drawing in is this element. So this article right here is what I put in to the blog post that I'm creating, right? But it actually picks it, it installs it on the blog feed or the blog post page. I hope that makes
Okay.
sense. So you can see my point in all of that is it is as customizable as any Cheetah page. The only difference is it just has this element here. So this is like the blog post element. And then this
And
page
can
is
you
the blog feed element right here.
can you customize the actual the post?
What do you mean?
So if you click into that, like where it says, "Is your YouTube channel unfocused?" Could you I don't know, could you customize the layout inside of this actual post?
Yeah, let me see here. That's what I was hoping to. I don't know. This is my main website. I don't know why now I can't find. If you guys know anything, you know I'm so disorganized. Let's see. I wanted to show you the back end here. Vision. Oh. I'm so confused. So my website is here somewhere. Now I can't even find either one though. There's my one. Sorry guys, I have to dig here. I have so many websites and I don't know why I can't find. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is my main website. If you go to the blog here, oh, actually, that's not what I want to show you. I want to show you the feed page. So here is where you would edit the blog feed page, which has all of your blog posts on it, and the post page. So if I click here to edit the post page, you'll see that this is what it looks like, right? So this is just the blog post element on this page.
Right.
So if you want to customize this element, you can do that just like you could, any other element. So you'd click here, you can customize these options here and show categories and, these buttons and all that stuff you can customize. And then when you want to create a blog post, you just come to your blog, right? And you can access that here inside your website. So you just come to your blog and then you go to posts and then you can do create new post. And then here is where you want to put all of your text elements and then your title and your thumbnail and all of these things here. When you create that post, like I could put anything here, it's going to show up here in this box.
Okay.
And the thing that I really, really love about this is if you copy all of this directly from a Word document, picture, links, and all of that, and you paste here, it carries that format over. Not a lot. That's actually a really, really cool feature that not a lot of blog editors allow you to do. But because I create a blog for Builderall once a week, I take that same blog and I put it on my own website as well. So it's, oh my gosh, so easy because I literally I copy the same Word document that I'm turning into Builderall for the blog, and then I'm pasting on my own blog, and it takes me about 5 minutes.
Okay. And so for the actual blog feed page, you
Okay.
can just create those elements and style it however you want and then link it to the actual post.
Yeah, like I'll show you the back end of the blog feed page. Let me close out of these here. Close. So if you go to the blog feed page, Same exact situation, except the only thing different about this page is it has the blog feed element. So if you go over to add and then elements, you'll see that here is the featured blog. So if you wanted to have like a banner up here that shows like maybe the top, you know, whatever blogs you wanted to feature here at the top, you could put that up here, or you could just add this style here. If you wanted to, if you like, let's say that you have your blog feed page here, but you really want your home page to also have your blog feed element on it. You could do that too. All you have to do is go to the home page and then just grab whatever style you like here and then just drag that on, just like any other element.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really complete customization. And then of course you can go in here and, you know, you can change your colors and all of that stuff. Like I have, you know, orange and purple because that's my brand, but yeah, does that make it more clear? Are you more excited about the blog now?
Yeah, I just now I definitely know the power of it. I just wanted to know what options were available for customizing it. So this is great.
If they have I'm not sure about transferring the blog, but I would think if you transfer a WordPress website, like does your client have a WordPress already?
No, I was just curious if you could get a template maybe from Envato and how that would work if you really, really like the template, the way that the blog was laid out in that template, and how would you bring that into Builderall, or would you just recreate that in Builderall from scratch?
Yeah, because the Cheetah blog, we used to have the Pixel Perfect blog, and then when we went to Cheetah, it took them a while to get the Cheetah blog, but it is more customizable. It's so much better, but because it's kind of newish, meaning like 6 months, I think, is it 6 months? Maybe, yeah, maybe 6 months old. We don't have the templates and all that stuff for it yet. But like I showed you, I mean, the beauty of the whole thing is that you do have that ability to customize, whereas like with WordPress, it's very generic. It's just like you have the white background on your page and then you might, you know, have some images or whatever. But with Cheetah, you can actually move things around and totally customize it. So that's why I like it better. I love the customizations. Plus I love how easy it is. I don't want to work with widgets and all that stuff. I just want to like put, you know, build my side panel with my own images and whatever, and then my whatever. So, but if you want to, if they, you know, some people are just like bent on WordPress, they just love it. If you go to our group e-learning, there's a unit with a video where I show you how to transfer a WordPress website into Builderall's WordPress. It literally takes like 11 minutes.
Okay, yeah. I was just more interested in the layouts than the actual functionality of WordPress versus Builderall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else? Right? Nope, you're muted.
My household is just exploding with noise and things happening, phone calls and stuff. Wasn't there earlier in the week, Eric Sagato and others making the announcement that WordPress is going to be a whole lot more supported through Builderall this week? I mean, in the beginning.
We have actually, and it's not finished yet, but we are actually creating a theme builder, I guess you could say, for WordPress. So right now, if you're a WordPress user, you have to buy a theme builder like Divi or Elementor or something like that, because, and that's what most people do. They get the WordPress website and then they have to pay the additional $100 a year or whatever for a builder with themes and all that to make it simple. But it's funny because the Cheetah builder is actually very much like Elementor or the Divi builder. It's just we have our own builder. But you don't have that on WordPress. People were actually wanting like the Cheetah builder on WordPress. So, you know, Builderall always answers to what the community is asking for. So we actually have our own builder that is going to be like the Cheetah builder, but built on WordPress for the diehard WordPress people. I don't know when that's going to be released yet, but I'm thinking maybe this summer or something. I haven't really, if they gave us like a time when that'll be ready, I didn't hear it, but super, super cool. Because, you know, like I was just telling him, there's lots of people who love WordPress. So they just, a lot, especially if, you know, I don't want to go learn some other website builder. I already know Cheetah. I'm familiar with it. It's easy for me. I know all the ins and outs. I'm already past the learning curve. I don't want to learn a new builder. So it's a great tool because when we are, maybe we have clients who are diehard WordPress, or maybe we have potential affiliates of Builderall that are like, oh, I don't like the builder. I've been building on WordPress all these years. So it's really a great solution for those people who really prefer the WordPress and don't want to, you know, learn a new builder. So it's pretty cool. All right, guys, if you have nothing else for me, we can go ahead and call it a weekend. Hopefully you guys have awesome things planned for the weekend. Ray?
It's not. Okay. The Builderall tools that are out there, would I be stepping on Builderall's toes if I had a magazine? Here I'm back to the thought of a magazine, honoring and showing off and showcasing different tools on my weekly newsletter using a magazine format. And if I had a Builderall newsletter, Builderall tools newsletter, it wouldn't be me as an agent of Builderall necessarily. I mean, I don't want to step on Builderall's toes and all the stuff that they're doing, but if I had a little newsletter trying to get people to join through me, through Builderall, and showcased the tools that were there, I would have plenty of information for the rest of my life. There's so much out there to describe. And of course, after a year or two, I could rerun and show all the new things. I mean, that would be a never ending source of information for a short little Builderall tools weekly newsletter. Is that?
Yeah, and you know, Jackie already created a magazine to highlight Builderall and the tools that you can customize, and I think it's in the templates. Don't kill me if I'm wrong, but I think it's in the templates that you can customize. But what I would do, Ray, is I wouldn't promote it like Builderall's newsletter. I would promote it like Computer Works newsletter. And then I would include Builderall and maybe other things. Like on my website, it's all about digital marketing, right? So I don't just have Builderall tools there, but I'm also not openly promoting. But like, you're not going to go to my website and think it's a Builderall website. You're going to think it's my business website. And I just offer solutions. So I have like freelancers that I trust. I have, you know, my blog. I have like our training. I have several tools, Builderall being one of them. But my website to me is kind of like things that help me. So I feel like if it's helping me, if I'm using this tool, I want to become an affiliate, and then I want to promote it because I'm using it. It helps me. So why not tell other people and then earn commission? So I would have, if I were you, I would have computerworks.com, and I would have all of my favorite things, whatever helps me. I would definitely be promoting that, but I would never do Builder because there's a weird kind of gray area when you're promoting as an affiliate, like a company, but you don't really want to be representing the company. You know, so and it's really like a new mistake that a lot of people make. They're like, oh, I want to promote Builderall. I'm going to create this Builderall website. I'm going to do Builderall. But that's like a short-term thing. Like really for long-term, you want to brand yourself. I mean, it's a weird thing for me too, because I was branding myself and then now I'm like working for Builderall. And so now I'm branding Builderall. But so it's a weird line for me too. I just try really hard to not mix the two, but on my website, it's all about my business. And on my YouTube channel, it's my business, because those are the things that I am building. If I decide to not work for Builderall anymore, then I still have my YouTube channel, my brand, and all of that. So I still have, you know, my name that people recognize, the whole positioning. So yeah, if you're in it for the long game, brand yourself, your own business. But yeah, I think that's a magazine, or, you know, or any type of like email newsletter you want to send out about, you know, great tools that you know, share your journey. You don't have to create an email newsletter and be like, look at me, I'm Ray. I'm like the best digital marketing person in the world. You could be like, hey, look at me, I'm Ray. I just discovered that Canva is really great, and you can easily create graphs. Well, you don't need easily create graphics. Right. So it's like, yeah, you don't have to be fake and phony, and people will love that. People will love your sincerity, and you're like, oh, look what I just found. Yay.
Yeah. Very good.
All right, guys. Yeah. Do you have something else? Digital Dusty.
Wondering where I could find that tutorial on the QR code.
If you go to our, I'll put it in the chat here. In our group e-learning, there is a unit for digital business card, and
Cool.
there is a video about the, sorry, I'm trying to find that. There's a video about QR codes. Let me get the group e-learning, and then I'll share the link with you. Create a digital business card, and okay. I'll share this in the chat.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Anybody else?
Thanks, Bridget.
Yes. Oh, did you say thanks?
Yes.
Oh.
Hi, Bridget.
Yeah. Hey.
So I'm right now I'm just working with the niche funnels and try to promote it kind of to local business owners. And so I'm just not too sure how a local business should go about using the funnels, because let's say they're like a home repair company or like an HVAC company. So their typical sales process is to drive traffic to their website and then provide their customers of like what their services includes, and then look to get like a quote. But I just feel like the funnels would not contain all the necessary information.
So it sounds like what they need is more of, if your goal is to get them to do a quote, what I would do is either make it super simple, where they're like trying to log in maybe to get the top 10, like if it's home repair, maybe the top 10 things you need to know before calling a handyman or something like that. If they're opting in for something like that, that's a great way. But if you're really wanting to drive traffic to a quote, you could always customize the form and, you know, use the same exact sales funnel, but just customize the form to get whatever questions you're trying to ask for the quote.
I see.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, and a lot of the niche funnels inside the funnel club gives business owners the funnels that offers discounts like via coupons. And do you have any suggestions on how they should go about delivering the coupon?
You can, on the thank you page, you can add a button and you can have them download the coupon. If you wanted to do that, you could have them scan. Maybe you want to have a QR code on that page just as an image, and then you can have them scan that QR code for the coupon. You could also just give a promo code depending on their checkout. So I know our super checkout system, we have the ability to create promo codes, and then, you know, when they check out, they can use that promo code. So if you're using the super checkout, you know, that would be one option. But yeah, I mean, it could also be like they're getting the code, and then they have to like text, you know, once they opt in, or it's like, you know, text the word save 20% or something like that to this number, and then you can get a coupon. So yeah, lots of ways that you can deliver that.
Yeah, and I also know that you're also running a local business, and I just wanted your insight on what kind of what types of emails they should be sending out. Should it be focused on the autoresponder emails or the broadcast emails?
It just depends. So if I was running a campaign, or let's say I was setting up a sales funnel, okay, meaning like trying to get leads. So if I was, maybe I have a pop-up on my website. So I have a lawn care business. Maybe I have a pop-up that says, like I was saying, the top 10 things you need to know about, before you call a lawn care company or something. Like, let's say that was my lead magnet and I wanted people to opt in. And then I wanted to send them a series of emails automatically that tell them about my business. That's kind of how I would use the autoresponder. But if it's like, I want to send an email to all of the people in my list about a 20% off special that we're having, or I like to promote, we don't do chemical treatments. So I actually have a page on my website for DIY chemical treatments, like where people can use the Scott's 4 system. And then I have my affiliate links on there. So if I want to promote something like that, I'm just going to send a broadcast email, because it's not going to be like every day I'm sending them this. So if I'm trying to like indoctrinate them, or like tell them more about my business with them to, become a customer, then I want to do the autoresponder and all of that. But if they're just contacting me for a quote, then I want to give them the quote and then add them to my list, so that when I do have a special, I want to send those emails out, those broadcast emails.
I see. Thank you. And just one more thing. Do you happen to know when the niche funnels, the videos inside the niche funnels, when they're going to be updated to reflect on the 4.0? Because it's still outdated from the last.
I can bring that up, but go to support and put in a ticket and let them know, because I can tell them, but their Builderall is so user driven that it's like, if I tell them and then you tell them, and then it's like, oh my gosh, we need to. Yeah. So I will tell them, but we'll collaborate to get the videos updated. So you tell them and I'll tell them, and then hopefully we'll get there.
Yeah, it's just that I've been putting in quite a lot of tickets since I think 4 months ago, and it's still not updated. That's why I was just wondering if you had any updates on that.
What I would suggest for you, and really this is what everyone should do, use those videos as a guide, but create your own. And here's why. 1, it gets done faster. But 2, you're branding yourself, right? So when they're watching that video, you want them to see you want to be helping them yourself. And so when they're going through all these steps, you're positioning yourself. So now it's like, you're the one who's telling them how to log into their account. You're the one who's telling them how to set up their email system. So by the time they get through the whole setup process, now, not only do they feel like they know you because they've just sat and watched your videos, but they're also going to feel a little bit more comfortable if they have to contact you for something. Contacting you is what you want, because rarely will someone contact you and have a conversation with you and then not feel like they want, okay, now this is the person I talk to. I feel a little bit more comfortable. Now I'm ready to make a sale. If you can talk to a person, that is by far the best way. So I would recommend creating your own videos with your own brand. Say, here's my name, here's my business. Welcome to Builderall. Let me show you around. Here's how you set this up. Here's how you do that.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. It has been a wonderful live Q&A day. I always love Friday Q&A because 1, I get to help you guys, but 2, I don't really have to do a lot of thinking about content because you guys just give it to me naturally. So I hope you have an excellent weekend, and I will see you 2 times on Monday, actually 2 times every day next week, noon for the challenge. So definitely sign up for that in the back office or check it out or whatever. At noon, Monday through Friday, and then at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing our normal live. So I look forward to it. You guys go build it with Builderall. Have a nice weekend.
You too. Get some rest.
Yeah,
how is your mom? How is your mom, Bridget?
It's my aunt. She's not doing very well. She's actually worse. So we'll know the next couple days, you know.
Sorry.
We'll see. Yeah, I appreciate it. She's the world will lose an angel. She's one of those people that doesn't have an enemy, never would hurt a fly. So it's sad for the world and sad for my family. So
Yeah.
thank you for asking. I appreciate it. But I'm going to Ohio. I'm in Indiana, so I'm going to Ohio tomorrow just to see. She's not conscious or anything, but just to show support for the family and all that stuff. So,
Oh, well,
all right, guys.
be safe.
Yes, thank you. You guys have an awesome weekend.